Okay, here's the plan for the day. Our first real big day of corn, taking corn home and firing up the dryer and running it. So what we're gonna do, we got 80 acres, south part of our biggest field open. There's 277 out here, but got the south part of the field opened up last night. Tony just took the truck to town, came back with the empty. I just brought the empty here, and he took another full one to town. Dad is dumping one into the dryer. I got last night's load on the grain cart. I'm going to fill the empty. Once we get rolling, I'll be in the combine. Jerry will be in the grain cart. Dad's going to take trucks home and dry corn, and Tony will take trucks to town. We're going to kind of split between town and home today. So hopefully knock out a lot of corn, get the dryer and the wet bin full. Dryer can run all night, empty it out in the morning. Getting the cart unloaded. Could be a little closer to the truck. I'm just a combine driver, what do I know? Okay, get this truck back home, unload. Be back for you later. I'm gonna get the dryer fired up, make sure everything's working good at home, and should be ready to rock the rest of the day. Typical, dryer was inspected and ran good this summer, and today Dad says he thinks it needs a regulator. He's getting 9 psi out of it. He can turn it. He's been able to run it to 15 in the past, but it doesn't change anything. Dryer's not getting as hot as we want, which means it takes longer to dry corn, so he wants to run it up to 190 degrees. It's only getting up to 167, so bin builder guys just called back, sending out a guy right now with a regulator, so hopefully that's our solution and we are good to go. Going pretty good so far. The idea of Dad taking trucks home and Tony taking trucks to town, and by town I mean the tiny town Idaville right over there. I can see the elevator from here, so it's not too far, and I can almost see our grain leg over there, so neither one of them is going too far away. This field's going great so far. It's averaging almost 225 bushel an acre. It's pretty good. I looked at my records since I started farming. The best it's done is 220. See if that holds up as we go east. There's still almost 200 acres left of this field, and we get into some lighter soils on the other side, but they can be pretty good too. We'll see what's interesting. I'll bring up the summary. Got this new number. Hopefully you can read that. This 43G is the winner right now. We haven't had that number before, so it's split across most of the field with this 46, which is making 11 bushel less at the moment. It's also 2% drier, so that's all good stuff for that number. This 44 was 8 bags the agronomist gave us. He wanted to try out, and it did pretty well too, so not unhappy with any of those, but going pretty well. Also, look, I'm in the 43G right now. See how it's feeding through the corn head? Looking pretty good. Get you another clip here in a second when I get back at some 46. And now I'm in the 46. See, I'm kind of taking in everything above the ear. So a lot of trash, which doesn't affect my grain sample in the tank. It just takes a little more horsepower. I have to slow down a little bit. So I was wondering, so most of the beginning of the field was this, so I was trying to make some adjustments, but then I got into the other and it wasn't doing it. So I text the seed company agronomist. I was like, is that normal for the 46? He goes, yeah, it does that. I was like, oh, good, then I'll quit trying to fix it. So, but this new number, that 43, I'm liking it. It's yielding 11 bushels better. There's 2% less to dry and spend propane money on. So kind of liking this new number, at least this year. I don't know how that goes. Next year it'll be like the worst corn we have, but you never know. So anyway, other than taking a little more trash than I'd like on this number, this field's going really well. Opening up a new end row right now, so our big field here. See, I got all this cleaned off, so now I'm opening up down here. And we'll go back and forth this way for another 80, 100 acres, something like that, and then go north and south around the horseshoe there. The company we raised seed for called today. They might want 16, 17,000 bushels of seed soybeans pretty soon. Want to know if we're in a place where we could do that. There's other people probably grew the same bean too. It's almost our entire bin of that bean. I got 19,000 bushels of that bean. I wouldn't really want to pull off a corn harvest, but if we can haul that many of them, we get our premium for them, which could be like $1, $1.50 a bushel. That adds up quite a bit. So that'd probably take us 2 days to do that. So potential maybe sometime next week. Might be 2 days of just straight trucking beans. Dad says the next truck will be the last one, so we're about done for the night. I'm on the south side of the corn plot that was harvested not by us. So if you look, see those lines out there? So they have an 8-row planter, and there's a new block every 20 feet. And then when they combine 4 rows. And the combines are split in 2, so they're actually getting 2 hybrids at the same time. So you can see, let me pull the map out here. Go to my planting map. See, I didn't plant this area here. And you can see there's the plot that was there a couple years ago. All the little squares. There's one missing. Anyway, so we have that plot here for dent corn, and then Popcorn Company also has a plot on us. What's nice about the plots is they provide the seed, they plant it, they harvest it, we fertilize and take care of the weeds, and so we have no cost in the seed, no cost in planting or harvesting, and on top of that, and I come up to some odd end rows here by the plot. On top of that, so I save all the money on the seed and running the equipment. They pay us rent for the space as well. So, and we keep the crop. We get to sell the crop. So, pretty profitable acres in the plots. There's a flag at the corner of the plot. Well, that's it for today. Dryer and wet bin be full. Dryer can run all night. Empty it out in the morning. Got 104 acres of this field done out of 277. Well, you add the 9 for the plot, so about 113 done. So Jerry's dumping on the last truck over there, and he'll take that truck home. I'll run back to the shop, see what's going on, see if we're gonna finish dumping trucks or what, and that's pretty much it for the night. Dryer is running, which I knew. You can see the steam coming out the vents on the top. Said they came and they were going to replace the guts of the regulator because they brought the same one we have, and instead of taking half the plumbing apart on top of the burner, just replace the insides. But I'll find Dad and see what they did or didn't do, or if it's working like it should. Well, he's not over here, but I see it's, so you'd only go up to 167 before. Now it was 177, 176. calling for 180, so that's must be better somehow. You see, we want the grains at 136, and it'll dump it when it reaches 140 degrees. So I know the dryer doesn't work quite like it should. I got maybe another pound of pressure out of rebuilding the regulator. It's going to come back tomorrow, bring some temperature sensors, replace some stuff. It looks like maybe some of that's not working right, so it's screwing up the timing and the heat because it's not sensing the right temperature of the grain. So they'll be back tomorrow, working the dryer. Another full day of corn tomorrow.